All right. Welcome to another beautiful Thursday webinar about client direct mortgage, broker AIQ, and how and why we have the best platform in the industry for loan officers across the board. So super excited to get into all the details. Okay. So I'm just going to add my screen over here. Give me 2 seconds. And listen, Pumpkin Spice. Pumpkin Spice is back at Starbucks. So I don't know what it is. For me, like the season starts to change. I start to feel not by the weather, not by this, but by the Starbucks menu. So I don't know if anybody can relate, but this is the first pumpkin spice of the year. All right. Now I'm feeling Halloween coming and all of the Thanksgiving, the atmosphere of that stuff is just it's starting to come upon me. So cheers to pumpkin spice. Go get yourself one. Just like I remember it. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. The best compensation plan and support and growth platform in the industry. Okay. Let me just come over here. All right. So let's talk about why and what it is that we're actually providing you guys. Okay. $495 flat fee per file. That is the most competitive in the industry. And it doesn't matter. I've been asked this question a lot. Doesn't matter what category of loan it is. I don't care if it's a reverse mortgage and you're making $42,000. Just give me my $495 and then you take the $41,505 back. Okay. Doesn't matter if it's a VA loan, this type or that type. I don't care the loan type. It doesn't matter what channel. It doesn't matter if it's broker. It doesn't matter if it's correspondent. $495 per file. My goal was to have the best compensation in the industry for our loan officers. Okay. No company holdbacks, no built-in company margins. This is extremely important, guys. And this is something that not all loan officers understand, but they need to understand it because it affects each and every one of them, even if you go out and broker a deal. So I'll say that again. Even if you go out and broker a deal, if your company has holdback or margins, it still negatively impacts your pricing, even in the broker channel. Okay. We do not have company holdbacks. We do not have margins. I am not making any additional money past the $495 on any of your deals. So if you are at Barrett today, if you're at Expert today, if you're at eMortgage Capital today, you're at Nexa today, every time you close a loan on a non-delegated correspondent line, okay, broker correspondent, that company is going to make additional money on your deal past the contract that you have. So at Barrett, if you have a $695 contract, well, guess what? They're making another quarter on that. So on a $500,000 deal, that's $1,250. So they make the $695 and they make $1,250. Put those together, that's their true compensation. Now, if they didn't have a holdback, okay, that wasn't there, that money would directly go to you as the loan officer. So you are missing out on real money. And you can choose whether you give that to the client as lender credit or whether you take that as additional compensation. Those are real dollars that you're losing because of company margins and holdbacks. You need to realize and talk to individuals about the company margin and the holdback. Bring the subject up, watch them trip over themselves in the conversation. If they trip over themselves, it's time to go. Come to client direct. All right. No additional box A fees. So some people are trying to find, well, if you're taking $495 a file, where are you marking it up at? I'm not, right? So if you were to do a loan with Rocket, for example, correspondent loan, they have an underwriting fee. Like we have to pay to use Rocket's underwriters. It's $999. So you're going to have to cover the $999. The way we cover the $999 is we put it on the loan estimate. So the loan estimate says $999. My point here is I am not charging extra money for that amount. Okay. So, so I'm not making any of that $9.99. Consumers paying for it. It's $9.99. It's the underwriting fee. Done. No additional dollars to corporate. Okay. Now, if you decided that you wanted to make additional dollars, you could. On a correspondent loan, you might say, hey, the underwriting fee is $1,500. Right? So if the underwriting fee is $1,500, that means that you have $501 above the $9.99. That's additional revenue on the loan. Okay. I teach about these things. So I'll teach you about them. This is normally what the banks would use to generate revenue, right? But what I'm doing is empowering you. I'm giving that control back to you as the loan officer. Okay. At $4.95 a file, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you bank. I don't care if you broker. I'm making the same amount. Like a lot of banks that want to push you towards banking, like correspondent, push you towards the company's products, right? It's because they have a margin and a holdback there. They don't want you to broker. They discourage brokering if you're in retail, right? Why? Because they're going to make more money on this side. So you can kind of tell the game if you start to look at how they interact with you and some of the things that they want you to do and some of the policies that are in place. If you ask enough questions, you can start to see, oh, now it all makes sense. So I'm giving you the other piece of the puzzle so that you can look at the whole thing and now understand what's actually going on. At the end of the day, follow me here. At the end of the day, there's more money on the table, and this money can be put in your pocket. All right. Payday is every Friday. We'll talk about how we do that. The point here is we're paying out every Friday. There is a cycle to be able to get the loan ready and in a position to pay, make sure all the documents are there, make sure we receive the money from the escrow company, make sure the loan's sold off the line. So there's a number of things that have to be done, but that cycle of pay every Friday. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Moving on. Let's just talk about some of the attributes or some of what CDM has to offer. We're approved in 34 states. Okay. We have live phone support from 9 to 6 every day, Pacific Standard Time. We'll talk about that more later. We do company processing. Okay. So that's $9.99 for if you use company processing. Again, this is something that's charged to the client. So if you're making, let's say $10,000 on a deal, let's say you did a correspondent deal. Follow me on this example. The rate that you chose had $7,000 in credit. Okay. Let's say you had a 6.5 rate, regular conventional loan, $7,000 in credit. I think that rate's a little bit lower right now. Say 6.125, $7,000 in credit. You charge the client in points $3,000. Okay. So that means you got $7,000 on the back. You charge the client $3,000 on the front. That's $10,000. Okay. So you've made $10,000 there. Let's say you made the underwriting fee $1,500 and you took this to Rocket. Remember, that's $501. $501 that's going to your pocket now too. So you have $10,501. Okay. Now we have this processing. We process it for you, right? So one of two things will happen. You'll either also include that $9.99 processing fee in box A, right? So that way the client's paying for it and you're still at $10,501. If you didn't include it and we processed it, then we would just take it out of the $10,501, right? And then what would you have? $9,500, right? Good on math. Good on math, baby. Let's go. All right. So that's it. But we like, I always loved Choose Your Own Adventure books when I was growing up. It was really, I don't know, just exciting to me. And we want you to be able to choose your own adventure here at Client Direct too, especially when it comes to your business. We want you to have continuity in business. Wherever you came from, if it was working, we don't want to disrupt that. We don't want to come in and say, oh, because we're giving you $4.95, you have to do everything our way. No, absolutely not. You can still work in the manner in which you are accustomed to working. There are some loan officers out there that are extremely successful. They've been working with the same processor for 7 years. They love that we can offer processing, but they have a process, a system, a flow, and we appreciate and respect that. So you can come over, bring your processor. We'll show you how to get them into the BrokerAIQ a little bit later, but we're more than happy to bring contract processors in. We have in our directory, we have like close to 100 of them already that you can choose from. So again, if you want to use corporate processing, by all means do it. If you prefer to have an individual contract processor, it's kind of a relationship with a one-on-one thing, by all means do it. Let's do what's best for you, your business, and your client. All right. Proprietary support platform. We'll get into BrokerAIQ in a minute. 120 wholesale lenders, okay? every lender, and we'll add more. We don't care. Okay. So if there's somebody that we don't have, and you have a client and product, you've used that company before successfully, let us know. Call a support line. Tell them that you want it. We'll get it done. 22 correspondent lenders. We have, okay, follow me here. Follow me. We have the most correspondent lenders compared to any other broker out there. Okay. So when I am a competitive person, I am looking at the other companies and doing somewhat of a SWOT analysis, right? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses, right? What are the opportunities, so on and so forth, right? So we build our company in a way where there's more value than what's already available in the market. And anybody not doing that is not a good business leader, in my opinion. Plain and simple. Anybody that says, I don't want to compete, just focus on yourself, or all the other clown stuff that I hear, you're not a good leader. You're not striving to make your platform the absolute best. You're not striving to win. You're not striving to do the best by your loan officers. You're not striving to put the most money in their pockets. You're not striving to have them do the most amount of deals. I want client direct loan officers to win out against any other loan officers, and I'm going to bend over backwards to make it happen. I'm going to use all the skills I have from the technical aspect of things, my career before mortgage, right? And any of my lead aggregation knowledge, I'm going to put it all on the table, open it up to my loan officers so that we can win. My product knowledge and ability to go out there and get unique products to make it so this is not such a commoditized business for you, right? So you can have a competitive advantage when you go out and talk to realtors. If these aren't things that the competitors are thinking about, then get away from them and come to a place where you can have a fertile environment where you're going to grow a lot more. So you guys can see my passion when I talk about this. So the one thing I wanted to point out here as we were talking about the lenders is we have 22 correspondent lenders, and that's important. It takes a lot of work to be able to manage those. Any of my other competitors, Barrett, C2 Financial, eMortgage Capital, Expert, they have like 1, 2, 3. I think the max is 4 or 5. That's not enough. That is not enough. Just the other day, I have a client that just put in a new VARO, right? And New Res and Freedom were corresponding with both. They were crushing it, right? The rate at 6.125 was giving back $29,000. The next people were way far down, right? So you need optionality. That's how I became a top originator, right? Some people on the call might not know this, but I was #1 in refinance in the United States of America, 2017. 2016, I was in the top 10. 2015, I was in the top 50, right? The year before that, I was in the top 200. Every year, I got better and better and better, right? So that's the mentality that I have. I'm not saying you have to go out to be a top originator. I'm saying I want to help you be the best version of yourself, the best version of the vision that you have in your mind. You might say, oh man, I should be happy if I could do 5 deals a month. Then let's get after it and try to get you to 5, right? I should be happy if I can get to 10. Let's get after it. Let's help get you to 10. So that's the mentality that I have. And I'm bringing more assets and utilization to our platform to help you win those deals. Because believe me, somebody else is competing for those deals. There's not enough bread to set on everybody's table, no matter what some people say. Sometimes you have to go and take a piece of bread off of someone else's table. My point is loan officers compete. Every single client at this point in the game, they're getting trigger leads. They're getting display advertising. They can't go on freaking social media, their phone, their Facebook. You guys get it. You know what time it is. Okay, very good. 1099, all states except for the following. Illinois now has changed, so we could be 1099 there too. But for the majority, we pay 1099. Calculate your pay raise. All right. In our joincdm.com website, you will find a calculator. It's like in that first section. Go in there and play with it. It's totally cool. I don't care if you're a broker. I don't care if you're independent mortgage bank or FDIC. Examples, Edge, right? Go in there and look at Edge. You work at Edge, compare what you're taking home now to what you would take home if you work with us. The comp plans are already built in for Edge, for Nexa, for eMortgage Capital, for C2 Financial. We went to work on this stuff, right? Like I told you, SWOT analysis, right? we have their comp plans built in. So all you have to do is put in your production, then you see the difference between the two. Just advancements is what we're all about. If you are with an independent mortgage bank, they have different things. You might have a salary a little bit. You might get a bonus. You might get other things. You'll see that there's more components to the calculator. Same thing with the FDIC banks, Bank of America, Chase, right? Guaranteed rate on the IMBs. No matter who you work with, the calculator can give you back a good idea of what you would make here compared to what you're making now. Okay, so go in there and play with that. Okay, so now this brings me over to our BrokerAIQ platform. Extremely proud of this. This is a proprietary platform. I was in technology before I was in mortgage. Okay, so I kind of have two careers over 20 years. BrokerAIQ is the answer to all of the problems that I see out there. I saw a quote today that said, and this was from the CEO of Rocket, Varun. So I think it's his second anniversary today. He's been there for 2 years, and he was saying communication is the infrastructure, right? So he's talking about infrastructure of the overall business, and he's highlighting how important communication is, right? Support and growth fall under that that message of communication, right? And BrokerAIQ is the ultimate machine that supports those three things: communication, support, growth, right? So we're going to go through, I'm going to take you in there, and we're going to talk about these specific things here. We're going to talk about how it's seamless onboarding. We've developed BrokerAIQ to do everything from end to end, to make sure that you have a successful onboarding process. So not only do we get you onboarded, all your systems, you can see what's going on, there's checklists, everything's very transparent to you. But in the transition of your files, we also help and have transparency into that. So that way you don't lose continuity with your clients as you're trying to come over, because the majority of people that are trying to come over are doing business. And it's never a good time, but we can make it so much easier with the platform that we have and the transition plan that we have in place too. I'm licensed in every single state, by the way, and that's how we do that. Okay, we have lender price in there. Okay, we have the AI product genie, daily live training, support, live community in there. Rocket has something in there to help you guys. Contract processing, all this stuff is within the system. So what we'll do, let's just take a dive and go over there right now. So just bear with me. I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna add on. Oh yeah, let's just remove that. I have another screen here. I'm gonna share the whole. Hold on real quick. Let me get this up so I can share the whole thing with you guys. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. This is the BrokerAIQ platform. Let me just make sure you guys can see this. Go back over here. Yeah, looks like it's showing. Okay, this is the BrokerAIQ platform here, okay? So what we have, what I'm showing you here is you can go through the website and kind of look at all of the different pieces of what we have going on here, okay? Number one, let's just talk about the fact that this is an ecosystem, and that's the mindset, ecosystem. What we have here is loan officers, account executives, contract processors, and realtors. They can all log into this portal, right? Okay, that's important. As we're coming in here, what we want to do is be able to support one another and have a better machine of communication. Again, this is all proprietary. This is not out with anybody else. It's only for client direct mortgage. Number one, I told you about the live support. Upper left-hand corner right here, you're seeing live support. You call that number, they will help you with whatever you need help with. I can't find a link to that. Where's my credit link? Where's my Smart Pay link so I can have a consumer pay for their credit report? I need help with a scenario. I need this, I need that. Whatever you need, please, by all means, come into the platform, call the support line, and get help. The reason for this is we don't want you out there doing a lot of tickets. We don't want you having to call 52 AEs. Oh, I want to send a loan over to New Res. I need an account because I never set a loan over there before. Please call us and let us help. Okay. Rocket is right next to there with their SOS line. SOS for underwriting is what this is. So if you have an underwriting question on a file, you're uncertain about something, call Rocket, hit two. That'll get you directly to an underwriter. So what the fastest way to help is to pick up the phone, and we realize that, okay? And that's why we have these mechanisms here. The AI Genie, this is absolutely amazing, saves people a tremendous amount of time. Check this out. I had a client the other day that was asking me about a non-warrantable condo, right? It's like, I need a 90% LTV on a non-warrantable condo. I was like, I don't even think you can go that high. But we put it inside of the AI Genie. Check this out, okay? So we asked the question, need a 90% lender for an investment property. Need a 90% lender for an investment property. Oh, this one's different. Hold on. I'm looking for the one that talked about the non-warrantable up here. But it's okay. I can go with this one because I don't see that I already pulled that one previously. Okay, so this one is a 90% on investment. So it's going to show you the different lenders up here that will do the 90% on the investment. It doesn't matter what the scenario is, right? You're going to put it in here. It's going to go through our lenders and tell you who will do it. Now, I told you all the account executives are part of our platform. Well, to be part of our platform, they had to go in and upload all of their guidelines. And we have this AI Genie, right? Google Gemini looks at all of our particular guidelines that they uploaded. So it won't go out to the internet and grab random answers like other GPTs will, right? Other AI models will, right? Because that is useless. Like, what I need the actual information from the guidelines. So this is going to pull the actual information from the freaking guidelines. So it's totally awesome the way it works. And not only that, okay, it gave you the information. You know which lender to go to. So I want to go check out, this one here. Let's say change. So then it will take you to the actual page where it found the information. So it's on page 3 of 11. So you can go in there and read further into it to see if this is actually what it is that you need and what you're looking for, and will it truly qualify, right? So that's the amazing thing about this. All of the guidelines for every single one is up there. Look, page 4 out of 46. So it's taking you to exactly where it found the answer. So this is amazing for people that do a lot of non-QM loans, who have, unique products and all that kind of stuff, right? You can really now help every single client. Just ask our AI Genie. And this comes on your phone too. So it's pretty amazing. I'll show you that a little bit later. All right, so let's get back to it. I did mention too that we have like account executives. So if you come in here, you can start to see every single account executive, right? You need some land or some kind of ag, call Kent. He's in here, United Ag. If you have questions about his guidelines or a particular deal, do you do land loans, whatever, ask the AI Genie, right? So it becomes very quick that you can come in here and get help, right? Plaza, right? They might have a down payment assistance program. Come in here and talk to John. So all the contact information, everything's right at your fingertips. And that's pretty amazing. Now, if you come over here and look at contract processors, I told you about this too. So 88 of them in now, and these are all the contract processors that you can sort of choose from and have help you as well, right? Or you can come in here and use our corporate processing, okay? So all of this stuff is available to you, and it's right at your fingertips. The other thing we have is community. So if you come in here on community, you can see that all of the team can talk to one another. Contract processors can talk to one another, account executives, realtors, and you as loan officers. So it's pretty awesome. It's totally awesome. And then let's take a look at the training calendar, okay? Because every single day we're going to have different trainings, okay? So if you come in here, you can start to see which trainings are available, okay? That's how you want to come in here and check things out. So every single day we're going to have somebody doing trainings on something. So that's amazing that we're able to put these together on behalf of you loan officers and get you more educated around these products. Now, I also do trainings like the surefire way to gain realtor business, or I might have a Salesforce training or lender price training. There's a lot of opportunities we have in here for you to continue to learn day in and day out, okay? So there's more stuff in here as well. There's support, videos, coaching programs, vendor, One thing I love, the last thing I'll show you is my trusty password manager. So even with your password, we have so many lenders, so much stuff that we're trying to, keep in control of, that you need like a password wallet and stuff too. So we have the password wallet in here for you. Again, all of this stuff is not only available, to you on the computer, but I keep it on my phone too, right? So if I have a question about a scenario, I'm immediately going to my phone and the answers are right there. So you'll see that, it almost looks the exact same. So super cool system. Voila. These are the type of tools you need in order to do more business, right? You got to have this kind of support. You need the time. You need the time to be able to focus on originating, not processing your own files or wasting time doing this and doing that. You need a platform that's there and truly able to support you guys, right? And that's what this is all about. Okay, so now let's sort of go over here. I'm gonna go off of this screen again and go back to my other one. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so now let's talk about our monthly fees. Okay, so it's $149 a month. The $149 a month gets you this is Office 365, so all your email and all that good stuff. You have BrokerAIQ. Okay, we went over that, and you also have Salesforce. Salesforce is our processing origination, our payroll, all the stuff that we do is kind of like within the Salesforce environment. So we do a lot there. Okay, so everybody gets a Salesforce account. For some, they might not even need an Arrive. We have a light LOS inside of Salesforce. We also have a point of sale in Salesforce. So people that are kind of like using our corporate processing, they probably will just use the Salesforce to go through. Why would you want Arrive still? If you run AUS, or if you're really if you're deep in your files, pre-approvals and all that kind of stuff, you still want to have your own Arrive account. This is your Arrive account, not ours. It comes underneath our umbrella, but you own that Arrive account. So that's the difference between the two. Some people start off with the Salesforce, then they wait and see if they want the Arrive. So they kind of come in and get used to what it is we're doing, or they'll have a consultation with me and kind of figure out what the best route is. But those are the two items. So yeah, that's pretty much it. $495 a file, $149 a month. Arrive is optional, and then we kind of go from there. So that wraps it up, guys. If there's any questions, more than happy to stick around and answer them. As far as the next steps, if you wanted to move forward, you would go to BrokerAIQ, okay, BrokerAIQ.com, and just simply register. So BrokerAIQ.com, register. It'll have an option there for you as a loan officer. Then from there, we'll send you the loan officer contract, the agreement, the origination agreement. So, and then from there, you pay the platform fee, and we start creating all your systems and all that good stuff. Okay. So, and then if you want to talk further or do a one-on-one consultation with me, just go to joincdm.com, join CDM, like Client Direct Mortgage, and then you'd be able to fill out the inquiry form, right? So just fill out that quick form. We'll have your contact information, then we'll send you a Calendly link to make an appointment to sit down and talk with me one-on-one. All right. Hey, appreciate you guys so much. I'm excited about the fact that we're bringing the best platform and compensation model to the industry. We're ready for the next phase and revolution of mortgage brokers. And let's get into this next boom that's coming at the right company. All right, guys. Thanks.